Hi Flosstube, my name is Laura and welcome to my channel, Loves Rubber Stamps and Needlecrafts. Today is Wednesday, July 26th, and this is my Flosstube video number 29, I believe. Today's video is going to be mostly about the Teresa Kogut retreat that my mom, my sister Lindsay, and I attended at Primitive Gatherings in Larsen, Wisconsin. It was a ton of fun. We had never been there before, so the whole experience was new. We'd never been to that store, never really been to that area of Wisconsin. So we had a lot of fun. We actually went up a day before the retreat started so we could have, actually 2 days before the retreat started, so we'd have a full day that we could do some sightseeing and stuff. And we had decided to drive up to Sturgeon Bay and just kind of see the lighthouses along Lake Michigan and kind of work our way back down to where our hotel was. So that was really fun. At the end of the video, I'll insert a few pictures of our sightseeing if you'd like to see those. Some of the lighthouses were really pretty. So the video will be mainly about that. If you hear chewing in the background, that's Ruger. He's chomping on his bone. He may pop his head up here and say hi. So we'll go ahead and get started. I would like to show, so at retreat, my mom actually had a finish. And she gave it to me because I need to wash it and frame it and finish it for her. But she finished her Edna. Edna Goes to Brunch by Lindy Stitches. And sorry for the wrinkles, it was folded. But Mom finished this at the retreat. She stitched it on a 16 count Ada from Color and Cotton called Celeste. Yeah, very cute. She's been working on that one a long time. In fact, one of our friends, Sherry, who goes to the Farm Girl Gatherings retreats that we go to as well, got a kick out of Mom finally finishing it because it's been like probably 3 or 4 years, and she's been taking this to retreats for probably the whole time. So that was pretty funny. So yay, Mom, looks nice.
Let go of it.
Ding. Woo! Yay! Woohoo! But I wanted to share that. And I've only worked on 3 projects since my last video. Actually 4, because I started a project at retreat. The first one, I hardly worked on it at all. It's almost not even worth showing it, but I worked on my Little House Needleworks Spring ABCs. And I only worked on this in the hotel room like one night, so I didn't get very far. In fact, I'm not even going to put a before picture in because I can show you exactly what I stitched. Here's where I'm at. So all I did was finish this little tree branch and add these leaves and add this tree branch. So it was just one night in the hotel. I wanted something that was kind of easy to work on and easy to see without dragging out all my lights and stuff. So this one's being stitched on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. Oh, there's Ruger. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? There he is. Say hi. Say hi, people. Oh, we're gonna bite Mom. Hello. Yep. You gotta go chew your bone, buddy. You gotta chew your bone. You gotta chew your bone. Mama's trying to do her video. Oh, he's a busy boy. Yeah, and I keep that one in my So Much to Love bag, project bag. This is hot cocoa cups. I have all the seasons in here. The only one I've stitched fully is the winter, so I still have summer and autumn to do after I finish this one. The next project I worked on is always a fan favorite. This one was pretty popular at the retreat. This is the one that I worked on at retreat. And this is my Cardinals by Marie Barber, or it's called Redbirds actually. And it's in this Just Cross Stitch issue, November, December of 2011. And probably the easiest way to find this issue is if you look for their DVDs where they have them digitally. They do have one that covers this year, so that's probably your easiest way to find it. That's what it'll look like when it's fully finished. And I'm getting closer on this one. This one's going to be a focus piece because I want to get it done. So I'll insert a picture of where I was at last time you saw it here. And here's where I'm at now. So I'll bring it in closer so you can see what I actually worked on. So I worked on this side where Grandpa Cardinal is. And if you're new here and you've never seen this, I'm stitching this in honor of my grandparents who passed away. So I call it Grandma and Grandpa Cardinal. So basically what I worked on, I did a little bit in the flower. And then I did mainly these leaves here to finish that branch. And this is being stitched on 28 count Lambswool. My needle's stuck to it. Lambswool Jobelan. And it's so pretty. There's no back stitching in it or anything. I'll show you Grandma Cardinal up close. Really pretty. I'm just using the called for DMC. Just uses regular DMC. There's a couple of blends, but not many. So yeah, it's just a beautiful design. So this one is going to stay out into my, once I go back to work, I'm going to try to get back into my rotation that I haven't really got to try too long because I went on vacation right after I came up with it. So this one is considered a large whip, and on one of my 3-day off weekends, I'm going to devote it to a large whip to try to get it finished. And this one is the one that I'm going to work on every 3 days I have off till it's finished. So hopefully it won't take too much longer. And I have this one in a DotDotGoose bag. Sorry for the hoop, but it's this one with really pretty cardinals. And this fabric has some silver, really pretty silver metallic around the pine cones and the berries. So and the last whip I worked on, I've actually worked on this one quite a bit. I've actually been working on it since I got home too. Whip Warriors, I haven't participated in that for a little while, so I wanted to participate in some challenges with that. And they're having some Christmas in July challenges going on where the one that I actually used this for was you just watch a Christmas movie and you can stitch on any of your whips. You post before and after pictures during the Christmas movies. The other one was Ugly Sweater, where you have to pick a whip and choose the type of sweater. Like I chose cashmere, so I had to do at least 500 stitches to get my sweater made. And then you stitch things in your whips to put on your ugly sweater. So anyway, I use this for the Christmas movies and to stitch the base of my sweater. And this is Dog Double Shelf by Randall Spangler by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'll insert a picture of where I was at last time you saw it here. Yeah, and like I mentioned, I have done quite a bit on this. I think, I don't remember what percent I was at last time, but now I'm at about 9.58%. So I'm trying to work on this till I get to a full 10, and then I'll switch to another full coverage whip. But here's where I'm at now. So I finished up all the green book, pretty much all the blue book. So I'm almost done with this page, and then I'll have another page finish. So that's where I'm at on that one. And this one I have in my, let's see, project bag I got from my friend Susan Coates. She is Stitch Fancies on Instagram. Her bags are really pretty, like this fabric, and then that's the front of it. It has a nice handle. It's super thick and padded. Has a little clip if you want to keep your threads in. Her bags are awesome. So if you're looking for really good project bags, Stitch Fancies on Instagram. I'll put her link below. So that's all for the whips that I've worked on. And now we'll talk about retreat. So the designer, like I'd mentioned, was Teresa Kogut. And this one we got some exclusive patterns for cross stitch, punch needle, and wool applique. So she did her very first wool applique pattern, designed that, and so we got that, which is exciting. It's really cute. So first I will go ahead and just show you the kit that we got from Teresa. So it came in this box. In God We Trust. I took all the goodies out so I didn't have to open it, but in the box we got her business card, which is really nice and thick. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read it. Might be too blurry. And then we got this really cute sticker. She put in a pen that says Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims Art Needlework. This pen's kind of cool because you click it once, it's just an ink pen. You click it again and it lights up. So that's cool. Everybody got a random pair of scissors, bird scissors. Mine are kind of a coppery color. My mom got kind of a silvery gold, and my sister Lindsay got a really pretty pair that was kind of silver that went into blues and then purples, which Lindsay's favorite color is purple, so that was perfect for her. And then this is a patriotic, these were patriotic design charts. So we got a needle minder that says 1776. And so in the box we got 4 different patterns actually, and one of them was a full kit. So the full kit that we got was to do the cross stitch chart of the design on the box called In God We Trust, and this was the retreat exclusive for Primitive Gatherings in July. So that's what that looks like. And it came with all the floss and the fabric. I had to use a few of the skeins to do the little exclusive piece. So that was one of the patterns we got. The other cross stitch pattern we got was In God We Trust zipper pull, and this thing is tiny. This was also a kit that we got the fabric. You use the same floss for the as you do for the big piece. And then it has stuffing and the little hardware to do your little zipper pull. And that was, I'd actually started this at the retreat. So I've almost got it done. So this thing is so tiny because it's done on 40 count. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it very good, but so you make this into a zipper pull for project bag. So that's the first side. I think it's on a 40 count vintage country mocha. Then that's the little second side. And then you stitch them together almost like a biscornu, except you're supposed to just go under each thread of your back stitch, like you back stitch around it. And you can see like how tiny, like you can't even see them. And I think I got my back stitches too tight because what I've had to do is actually use a magnifier to see what I'm doing. And so I've just been going under the linen thread of my back stitch. And I don't think it looks bad. It's, like I said, it's just tiny. It's a zipper pull. It'll be for me. So I'm not doing it exactly as the pattern calls for because you're just actually technically supposed to go under your back stitches. But mine are so tight and they're super hard to see that it was taking me forever to try to do that. So I'm cheating a little bit and just going under the linen right at my back stitch. But I think it still looks fine. It'll just have like a blue edge and it'll be nice. So almost done with that. I just have 2 more sides to finish. Then I gotta stuff it and do the little hardware. And Goose, Denise was there from Goose, and she's actually making some project bags that are with Teresa's fabrics that will kind of go with this theme that she'll have in her shop, I think, that we could purchase if we want to add our zipper pull to. So that was the other cross stitch design in our kit. And then we also got a punch needle kit that kind of matches the same theme. This one is called Liberty Sam. I've never done punch needle before, but I do have, okay, there you go. I do have the Morgan hoop and the punch needle. And while we were there at retreat, Teresa and some of the other ladies did a punch needle demonstration. So if you wanted to learn how to do it, you could watch or start this pattern there if you wanted to, because she had kits. Primitive Gatherings put together kits you could purchase with all the supplies to do them. So I have a beginner punch needle design. I don't know if I have it out. I need a cough. Let me pause a second. Sorry about that. I had to cough. Got heartburn and it made me have to cough. But, I don't think I have it. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere. But it's just like a little snowman design that seems like it'll be a little easier to do for a first one. So I'm going to try it, see how I like it. Also in our kit, we got Teresa's very first wool applique pattern she's designed. This one is called 1776. Not really pretty. It's like a little mat. And they did have kits you could buy also for the wool applique, and I bought the kit for that because Primitive Gatherings dyed all the wool for it, and I thought that red was really pretty. So I have the kit for that. And then goodies from the retreat. Okay, hopefully he is, sorry about that. Hopefully Ruger is occupied again. He is very impatient and does, when he wants, he's like basically the boss, right? Okay, so the other goodies we got from retreat, Denise, like I mentioned from DotDotGoose, she was there. She made everybody a project bag. That's the back of it. And that is the front, and it was full of goodies. I'll show you what all came in here. But it uses Teresa's fabric line that says time to stitch. So that was really pretty. Everybody got one of those. And then Denise came around and gave everybody a matching thread holder that matches our project bag. And Lisa Bonjian came around. She's the owner of Primitive Gatherings, and gave everybody a big sticker. We also got a little notions bag that says Primitive Gatherings. This little cutout that says, "We're so glad you're here." We got this little tin, little needle tin that says Stitch. You can put little goodies in it. There was a little notebook. There was a Primitive Gatherings pen. And then everybody got a pattern from Count Your Stitches called Snowflake. A little cross stitch pattern. And that was what was in our kit. Now, like I said, or in our bags. So there you can see the bag better. And that was, these were all made by DotDotGoose. And here's her card on Etsy. So those are super nice. And one of the ladies there who works at Primitive Gatherings, Gloria Parsons, she brought in her wool applique. Apparently she used to design wool applique patterns and sell them, but she doesn't do it anymore. But she brought in a whole bunch of her Christmas ornaments. I took some pictures, which I'll put in at the end. And so she did give everybody, I can't really show it, but she gave everybody some instructions in a design to create a needle book, needle keep that's shaped like a bird that she designed. So that was really nice. And I took pictures of her Christmas ornaments because they are beautiful. She designed wool applique patterns, and I wish I would have been able to get some of her designs when she used to sell them, but because they're really pretty. Her Christmas designs are super cute. And then there was a lady that walked around and had a couple of project bags that she was selling, so I purchased one from her. Crafted by Claudia. It looks like she's on Instagram. It says @Claudia. Then there's an _7681. It was this really cute snowman bag. I'm a sucker for snowmen, so I purchased that from her. And here's, I don't know if you'll be able to read it, but her tag. And then one of the days it was kind of fun. We played a game which we'd never played before called Left, Right, Center. And it's a dice game if you've never heard of it. And everybody brought 3 $1 bills. But my friend Sherry said that when she's played it at retreats before, sometimes they'll do it with fat quarters you bring 3 fat quarters of fabric, or for a quilting retreat or for a cross stitch retreat that you can bring DMC skeins, 3 DMC skeins. So everybody brings 3 of something. So we brought 3 $1 bills. And then you roll the dice, and on the dice there's either an L, an R, a C, or a little dot. And whatever you roll, you have to do that with your dollars. So if you roll an L, you have to pass one of your dollars to the left, person to your left. If you roll an R, you pass one to the right. And if you roll one that says C, it goes into a pot in the center. And if you roll a dot, you're safe. So you roll, if you have $3, you roll 3 dice, and each dice corresponds to one of the dollars. So as you get down, let's say it was my turn and I only had $1 left, I'd only get to roll 1 dice. And so even when you're out of money, as long as somebody on the left or right of you still has dollars, you still have the opportunity to get back in the game. So I actually won the first round that we played. I played in 2 games worth, and I actually won both games, which is crazy. But the very first time we played it, there were 2 groups of 8 people, and Teresa Kogut won at her table, and I was the winner at my table. So we were able to get a picture of us with our winnings together. So I'll insert that picture here. So I think that's my new favorite game because I did win it twice, which was crazy. When some ladies came back from shopping, they were gone when we played. So they tried to get 8 people to play. And since I had won, I had several dollars. So I'm like, I'll play. And then I ended up winning a second time. So that was crazy. Now I'll just show you the haul that I got from Primitive Gatherings and the few things that I bought from Teresa's pop-up shop. So first I'll start with Teresa's shop. I bought this really cute needle minder from her as a mermaid. It's really nice and big. And then I got a couple of punch needle patterns, Mr. Green Jeans, because like I said, I want to learn how to do punch needle. But he was cute, and I love Teresa's Halloween stuff. It's my favorite. Then I got Halloween Jack punch needle. Then I got a couple of cross stitch designs. I got Santa and reindeer ornaments. And kind of a matching set, snowman and house ornaments. And then I also got this punch needle of Wilbur because he's so cute. So I have the cross stitch for Wilbur, and I also have the cross stitch, I think, for Tilly, which is the little goat. And I know I had the punch needle for Tilly too. And she had these, I took some pictures of her display, but she had these where the cross stitch and the punch needle were together displayed. And I'll insert pictures of Tilly and Wilbur, how they were displayed here, because I thought they were so cute. So I want to do something similar. And that's all I purchased at Teresa's trunk show. And now I'll show you the things that I got at Primitive Gatherings. So Primitive Gatherings has a lot of Lisa Bongian's wool applique designs and stuff. So most of this is going to be wool applique and a couple of quilts patterns that I bought, but they do have a little bit of cross stitch, and I'd seen this one, they had a model of it stitched up, and it was super cute. It's by Erica Michaels, called Be Like a Crow. And I thought it was hilarious. It says, collect shiny things, hop happily down the street for no apparent reason, scream loudly when you see your friends. I just thought that was cute. They do show it on the back, like stitched up into individual pillows, different parts. So I thought that was a neat idea too. And then I'll show you a couple of the quilt kits I got. I had to get this one called Cattle Call, a Highland Coo by Art East. It's a little Highland cow. And then they had this one made up. It was 9 Wreaths of Christmas, and it's Santa with all of his different reindeer quilts. was really pretty. I think the rest of my haul from there is all wool applique, maybe a couple punch needle. But there was this pillow. It says, "You have my whole heart for my whole life." I got just the pattern for that one. They had several of these that you could get in kits, but the majority of mine I just got as the patterns. I got this Father Christmas from Wooden Spool Designs. It's like a stand-up felt guy. I got Primitive Gatherings Reindeer Table Mat. The Christmas wool applique always get me. The Snowman, just like cross stitch. Got this one called We Are Family. And this one cracked me up because I really need this for my craft room, because I say this every time I have to frog or rip something out. I think most of us can relate to that one. And then I got some of Lisa's favorite binding needles. I heard they're really good for that. I also got some of the Chanel needles, number 22, for the wool applique. And here is a heart to hand snowbirds design. Then there's a Primitive Gatherings Warm Winter Blessings quilt, applique quilt with the snowman. The one with his little hands up is so cute. And I got one called Donner, which is one of the little reindeer. I suppose you could do it any design, like if you wanted to do Rudolph, you could just do a red nose. Got this one called Cabin Friends, where you do like a cabin quilt, and then you also do the little snowman wool applique in the middle with the cardinal on his nose. And these last ones are a couple of little kits that I got. There's one called the List Pin Cushion. Just a little pillow. It comes with, I bought the kit, it has all the little wool pieces. And these were really cute. They have these made up individually. It's called Life of a Snowman. And I got that as a kit too. But their little faces crack me up. So that's all I got for my haul from Primitive Gatherings. Oh, no, I lied. There's a couple of punch needles that I got there. The Punch Bunch, God Bless the USA. I love that sheep. And then I had to get this punch needle from Threads Up Buying called Big Red. They had this one punched up, and that chicken is so fat and hilarious that I needed it in my life. And now that is all the haul I got from Primitive Gatherings. So I will insert a few pictures that I took from the retreat and of the store that we were, when we were in there, some of their designs and things. I'll go ahead and insert those here. that store gorgeous. If you ever have a chance to go see it, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful facility. And I mean, if you ever dreamed of owning your own store or retreat center, like that's how I would want it. So basically, it's perfect. So now I decided I got a couple of things in, purchases that I bought that came in while I was gone. So I thought I'd just share those. I got my Color and Cotton. I belong to the Thread of the Month and also her Fabric of the Month clubs. So I got my fabric for July, or yeah, fabric and threads for July. Oh my God, the hiccups again. Holy cow. Every time I hiccup, it gives me heartburn. Whew. July 2023 threads. Such pretty colors. Her colors are always amazing. And then this was the first month I went ahead and switched. So I used to get one any color of a 13 by 17 piece. And I asked her if I could bump it up to get a full 18 by 27 piece of the any colors. So I get one big piece now and one 13 by 17 piece. So this was my first any color that's a 18 by 27 cut, and this is called Pumpkin Pickin', and this is a 32 count Belfast. It's really pretty. That's pretty true to color there. It's really pretty, like fall pumpkin-y orange. Really pretty color. And then I'm still going to get a 13 by 17 piece, and it's going to be in the neutrals. And this is one in a 40 count called Milk and Tea. Let's see if I can hold it back here. Just like a really pretty, kind of a light chocolatey brown. Let's see. There, that's more true to color there. When you see it against the white, like right up here, it's kind of washing out a little bit, but I love Color and Cotton's fabrics and threads. I've never gotten a color that I didn't like. So if you have a chance to get in her either thread or fabric of the month clubs, I highly recommend those. And I'm a member of Michelle Farm Girl Dry Goods Patreon channel. And in her level 3 tier, every 3 months we get a fabric of the month for her Fabric of the Month club. And so I got this month's installment. And this one is a 36 count linen, and she's calling this one Golden Hour. It's this really pretty neutral, kind of a goldish, goldy green. There's kind of more true to color. She was inspired by a friend of hers, a picture of a like wheat field at sunset. And then she also sent 2 skeins of floss that she thought would look really pretty on it. These are Classic Colorworks. One's Campfire and one's Eggshell. She also sent a couple of pieces of candy, but I already ate them, so I can't show you those. Sorry. They were good. So Tootsie Roll and like a spearmint, one of the spearmint little disc candies, and then a butterscotch one. So yum. And then I found a store on Etsy that makes little like fabric panels, and I thought these would be cute because I want to try. My sister Lindsay is making kind of bobbin beds where you can put your, it's like a bobbin holder, and then you put your bobbins in it, and then there's also a spot that you can put your threads that you're using on so they don't fall off. She's going to start making those, and we might be making some project bags or portfolios, cross-stitch project portfolios, and selling them. So she's been making some of those, and I have an online store called Loves Rubber Stamps and Needlecrafts. So I'll just add them to my store once we have some done. But anytime that I get a batch before I list them in my store. I plan on showing them here on my videos so you can see the ones that I'll be listing in the store. But I thought these panels were super cute, and I love the look of those patchwork project bags, and I thought these would be cute to add to the cover, like to the project bag, and then have like a patchwork around it. So I bought these to try. I have no idea how it's going to work, but it's from an Etsy store called Saphie's Fabric, S-A-P-H-I-E. And here's the ones I got. Mainly I bought these because they're panels that I really liked. So I'm going to try to make my mom and Lindsay and myself a few project bags in the style to see how it even works before, because I'm not sure. But I just thought these were cute. So I got this little owl one. I got this little piggy. Most of these are 5 by 5 inches. I got this little Yorkie one because I had a Yorkie, Jasper, who passed away when he was 12. He had cancer and a bladder blockage. And that's what he looked like when he was a puppy. And I thought this one was really cute. Flamingo with her little rain boots. Oops. And you know, I love tigers, so I had to get that one. And I got this really pretty dragon. Got this other little teacup Yorkie. This cute little elephant. Another dragon that's more purples. And then I seen, this is the reason why I had to buy the stuff in the store, because look at that little Highland cow. Isn't he adorable? But you can order, the nice thing about her designs is you can order any size block that you want. So I thought for project bags, these are the smallest you could get, were 5 by 5s. But there is one I got of this lion cub, and I think this one's 10 by 10. So each of the designs come, and you can pick what size panel you want. So if you're going to do a big quilt or something, you may want larger panels. Yeah, so I'm going to try to figure out a design for a project bag that I can use these squares, because I thought they were so cute. I think that's it, actually. So I'll put a link to her store in my description notes too. So I think that's it. That's all I have for you. For the rest of the month plans, I'm off work until August 4th. That's when I go back. So until then, I'm just going to try to stitch when I can. I want to try to do some more of the Christmas in July challenges for Whip Warriors. Some of the challenges you don't have to work on Christmas, you can work on anything. So I'm going to try to incorporate some whips into that. And then once I go back to work, I'll put back into play my rotation that I want to try, to where I have some full coverage focuses, and on my days off, I have other whip focuses. So we will see how that goes. And I still want to try to do some Stitch With Me videos. I know I say that every video, but I want to try to do some of those. And I want to get more consistent with, I need to get a lot of my inventory and stuff gone through for my store and added back in, because I took everything out because I wanted to make sure that I had the right counts and everything before I put it back in. So I need to get busy on that, and lots of stuff to do. So I think that's it. I plan to be back. Hopefully if I get a Stitch With Me video, you may see that. Otherwise, I want to make sure to try to do at least monthly updates. But if I have a lot of progress, I may be back sooner than that. So until then, I hope everybody stays safe, stays healthy, and that you get lots of stitching time in. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.